Everyone,
Why is my
I
thing
am
Hello.
spinning?
here. Yes, thank you so much for having me. First, I would like to thank Coach Lara for the invitation. And of course, I would like to apologize because my original schedule was last Wednesday, but I got sick. Okay, so we had to reschedule it again. All right, how's everyone? How's Miss Jeannie,
I'm
Joel?
good. Thank you.
Yes, MJ, and of course,
Hi.
Grace and Sylvia. All right, and Daddy Bill, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? We
Yes,
missed
I'm good
we
too.
missed you.
Yes, I missed you too. Okay, so I'm really excited today. All right. So what time is it now at your place?
Here it's 7:40 p.m.
7:40 p.m. So it's 10:40 a.m. here in the Philippines. Okay. So I'm really excited
Absolutely.
because this is an pure English session, and knowing us Filipinos, it's not our native language, so it's very challenging for me. But it's another growth opportunity. All right. So to officially start, allow me to share my screen. Okay. So just let
Absolutely.
me know. Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, for a moment. All right, so here's my slide. Okay, first, I would like to congratulate everyone for being here today. Okay, because why? Because I have a forecast for you. Today, there's 100% chance of winning. All right, so it's Wednesday here in the Philippines. Okay, and to formally introduce myself. Again, my name is Mayan. Okay, so I'm a graduate of business ad, major in marketing management, and I graduated as provincial scholar. So I never paid for any tuition fee for 4 years, and I graduated cum laude, and I still work as the youngest senior manager in our company. Okay, so I'm still doing this on a part-time for 19 months. So it's 1 year and 7 months already. So I'm one of your gold directors and one of the elite circle members. Okay, so nice meeting you, everyone. Okay, so I'm third in the family, so we are all professionals. Okay, and before me being so confident, I also started as a very shy girl. Okay, can you see that face? Okay, I was just 7 years old that time. Okay, I also started very shy. Okay, until I decided not to be. Okay, until I went out to my comfort zone. Okay, as an active student leader. So I was so proactive with different organizations since high school and college. So I'm always the president of the class and the president of the highest governing body in the entire studentry. Okay, and also aspiring speaker as well. Okay, since I wanted to be an international speaker, I had to practice speaking a lot of languages so I can tap international markets as well. Okay, and growing up, my parents always tell me that you have to study hard so you get to have a good job with good salary and of course a good future. Okay, who can relate? Okay, that's the mindset that I grew up to. Okay, and that's what I did. Okay, so I was very active with extracurricular activities and as well as in our academics. Okay, so I was also a quizzer, a journalist, a consistent honor student, and awardee of leadership and academic excellence, and of course Latin honors. But I'm not telling that I am smart or genius. I am just an average person with above average desire to succeed. Okay, and since I'm gonna talk about entrepreneurship, I will give you some of my background. Okay, so did you know that I started selling at age 6? Okay, so I started selling when I was in first grade. Okay, I'm selling stick. Oh, okay, it's a stick like a wafer here in the Philippines. And on my fifth grade, I started selling candies and chocolates. Okay, and when I was in high school, I also worked as service crew in our mini store behind badminton court that sells hot dog sandwich and hamburger. So I do know how to flip, okay, buns, hot dogs, burgers, and I used to be the cashier and server as well in our restaurant during weekends and during summer vacation. Okay, and during college, yeah, that's the time that I started selling pre-love stops in my Instagram account. Okay, and yeah, that's why I'm full-blooded raketera. Okay, did you know raketera is what raketera means? Okay, it's what do you call that? Official side hustler. Okay, and I'm also a certified careerista because I started working at age 20. Supervisory job. I became a manager at 21, and senior manager at age 23. So I'm 25 years old. My next position is assistant vice president already. But later, I'm gonna tell you why I'm still doing Yusana, despite I'm having this good career here in the Philippines. Okay. It's really hard working here. Why? Because the transportation or the commuting system is very worse. Okay, our train system is very automatic. We are very crowded, and can you imagine the life of sardines inside the can? Okay, it's just like that, and it's very polluted. Okay, and I also love to travel, and millennials, they're very hungry for experiences and for growth as well. So I'm fond of traveling too. Okay. And just to share with you, I have already planned my life. Okay. So at age 25, I wanted to have this degree. Okay. Master's degree. So I already applied to different big schools here in the Philippines. So Ateneo de Manila, LaSalle, and UP, because I wanted to have this title or degree for me to be able to teach in college as marketing professor. So, and next is I want to be engaged at 25 before. Okay. So I thought that was a matured age already for me to get married. Okay. But you know what? No matter how solid our plan is, our timeline is, nothing beats the plan of our Lord. Right? Would you agree with me? Okay. We can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. And maybe that's the reason why I met this opportunity February 6th of 2019. Okay, when I met this purpose-driven business. Maybe sana for some, it's just a side hustle, it's just a global business, it's just a typical business where I can gain profit. But for me, this is really a purpose-driven business. Okay, so I was invited through an iPhone 10. Okay, I was just inquiring for an iPhone 10, but this person, he was my classmate back in elementary and high school. He said that I'm currently associated with a US-based company. It's a good source of extra income. Okay, so I got interested, but my first question was, is it networking? Okay, or is this insurance? Because if it's insurance, I already have my policy already. But if it's networking, I told him that, okay, I'm open-minded, I'm not negative, I'm not positive, I'm just neutral. Okay, so the good news is, I knew and I found that it is Usana and it's under network marketing industry. But I still went to the office. Okay. Okay. It was an event. It was a big, big event. Okay. And there are a lot of people listening to the speakers. And did you know that I joined Usana right away? Okay. Without having enough knowledge, how can I do this? How can I do this? Okay. If the products are affected with me or with my family. Because I really love the speaker that night. Okay. But when I joined Usana, honestly, I have personal cash and I have no personal credit card. I don't know if that's a problem with you, okay? But here in the Philippines, especially in our age bracket, we don't usually have this fund to start a business. So I borrowed my kuya's fund, my brother's fund, and that's the start of my Usana journey. Because I always believe if you cannot make money without money, then you probably cannot make money even with money. Okay, would you agree with that? So I really tried, and yes, that's how I started my Usana journey out of impulse. Okay, I'm just really excited. I don't know how to do the business, and I really don't understand everything, but I just started. Okay, but that impulsive decision brought me to my best destination. Now, a lot of people are asking, what business? And you're going to do it part time? Can I really do it? Okay, kaya ba talaga in Tagalog? Well, it's not a question of can I really do it? The right question to ask is what is the right discipline and work to do so can I do it as well? Right? Okay, so to give you a quick background, here's my few struggles when I was starting. Okay, I'm renting just 7 minutes walk from my apartment back in Taguig here in the Philippines. So it's just 7 minutes walk. There's no hassle. There's no transportation expenses and less in stress and pollution. But then remember, I started Usana. Okay, I have no choice but to work out the business. So here is the adjustment. Okay, imagine from 7 minutes walk, I have to travel 1.5 to 2 hours per night just to be in the office. Just for me to hear the trainings, just to have the presentations. That's why you have to really appreciate the online system. Okay, you get to present through online, you get to listen to other people online. It's just one click away. Okay, so I'm riding a ordinary bus. Imagine a bus without air condition. Okay, and here in the Philippines it's too hot, too crowded. Can you imagine the sweat that I'm getting every time I ride a bus. Okay, it's really struggle. Okay, so from my comfort zone, a 7 minutes walk to 1.5 to 2 hours travel per night after my working hours. So here's the situation. So you can imagine, okay, standing. Oh, there's no seat. Okay, there's no air condition. And yeah, okay, it's too hot. So it's like a roller coaster ride. Okay, so I usually share this that you will ride the bus that you smell like a senior manager, but you're going to a step of the bus smells like a hold upper. Okay, a thief. Okay, okay. And my mindset before, if I really wanted to be fast in the business, I need to be in the office as fast as I can. Okay, so that's the time that I decided to ride a motorcycle. Okay, so imagine I started at 7 minutes walk and then 1.5 to 2 hours per night. But I got impatient with that. So I started riding a motorcycle and just took me 30 minutes to be in the office. But yes, riding a motorcycle here in the Philippines is risky and is costly as well. But I'm just thinking of long term. Okay, I'm going to the office to train. It will help me grow. It will help me grow personally and financially as well. Okay, so these are the few of my sacrifices when I was starting. So this is 8 months. Every single night I ride a motorcycle, and at night up to like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Okay, so imagine a lady okay going home in uh in the middle of the night. Okay, super risky. Okay, but I always bear in mind that if you really want change, you must be willing to embrace discomfort, right? If you want change, okay, if you want something new, okay, you must be able to embrace the process and embrace discomforts. Okay? So my life as a part-timer, can you imagine my eyes? Okay, with 2 to 3 hours sleep per night. Okay, this is me trying my best not to fall asleep at work. Okay, can you imagine that? Me battling my what do you call this? Me battling my antok. Okay, okay, and this is me. Okay, this is late nights, early mornings. I am always late. Okay, at work, and then early hours for me to have my presentations at night. Okay, and the nakaw na tulog, so I really wanted to sleep. So in between breaks, okay, instead of eating during lunch break, I used the 1 hour lunch break for me to get to sleep. Okay, and sleep at the coffee shop and sleep at the condo lobby. Okay. So amazing. Okay, that's my experiences while building my Yasana business. So here is my schedule. So if someone thinks that I have no time, I am so busy, I am really occupied by my work, you know what? We have the same 24 hours per day. Okay, it's just that a matter of it's just a matter of priority. Okay, so it's up to you and how are you going to allocate your time, maybe it productive or not, but it's really up to you. Okay, so this is me. Okay, this is my working schedule. So I work from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I'm doing Yusana from 7 p.m. onwards, okay? It's usually from 7 p.m. to 1 to 2 a.m. every day, okay? So my
Wow.
sleep's just like 2 to 3 hours to 4 hours per day, okay? So we have experience also, okay? Being, what do you call this? Being okay, later I will share that. Okay, more detailed. Okay, and remember, every time you get tired, you get frustrated with rejections. Okay, and minsan you think that there's nothing worth it. Hello. Oh, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, my internet is unstable. All right, okay.
You're
So
good.
every time you face struggles, okay, uncertainties, always remember that nothing worth having comes easy. Okay, and just to share with you, these are some of my USANA milestones. Okay, okay, so I hit my Premier Platinum Pay Setter in my first week doing the business. Okay, and my first rank is a builder rank, so I was able to hit my first $200 on my first week in the business. Okay, do you want to know my secret is? Okay, my secret.
Yes.
Okay, so there's nothing to hide and there are no secrets. It's just basically energy, excitement, and urgency. Okay, so I really wanted to hit the PPPS. I know not the PPPS. I really wanted to qualify for a certain training, and the qualification must be I need to earn $200 that week. Okay, so basically the PPPS or the Premier Platinum Pay Setter and the Builder rank is just the byproduct of my desire to get into the training. Okay, so that's the story behind the PPPS of first week. Okay, because I read an article or a post before. Okay, I really wanted to have that training, and then I don't know how to get it because it's just my first time in the business. First week, okay, I have knowledge, I have no enough knowledge, I have no enough skills for me to do that. But then
Yeah.
I was able to came across to this quote. Okay, once all villagers decided for rain, on the day of prayer, all the people gathered, but only one boy came with an umbrella. Okay, and that's we call faith. Okay, so I just have the faith that week that I'm going to finish the run. Okay, so I was able to finish the run with $200 with PPS and the builder rank. Okay, so this is the picture from the training. Okay, it has photo shoot and exclusive trainings with gold directors and above. That's why I'm very very excited that time. Okay, so what are the elements? Okay, belief. Okay, the yes upline attitude and the whatever it takes attitude. Okay, I still have no super high belief with the products industry during my first week. Okay, but I have this belief with myself and with the person who's teaching me. Okay, and of course the yes upline attitude. Okay, so since it's my first time in the business, I may have the skills and knowledge with negotiation, marketing, sales in my work. Okay, but it's different here in the our industry. So I have to submit with the one who's coaching me. Okay, maybe he is younger than me. Maybe he is I think less experienced than me outside. But here in USANA, okay, I have to submit myself with those in the authority. Okay, what I mean by authority, these are the people, our uplines, the one who's guiding us. Okay, of course, the whatever it takes attitude, because sometimes it's easier to set a goal and then you just have to declare it verbally, but you're not really decided to get it. Okay, there's a difference between serious declaration and just declaration of goals. Okay, and of course, on my second month, I was able to meet our founder, okay, Dr. Myron Wentz. Okay, it's a very funny story because on my second month, I haven't been earning a lot of money with Usana yet. But my coach told me, oh, let's go to the Asia Pacific Convention. Okay, so you get to meet our founder and you can see how big Usana is. Imagine, I invested 40,000 pesos. Okay, and I'm going to Singapore. It's not a joke. Okay, we're going to spend airfare, hotel. We're going to pay Asia Pacific Convention ticket, but it's all worth it. Why? Okay, because 2 weeks after convention, I became a director. Because I will always believe here in USANA, the bigger the event, the bigger the breakthrough. That's why you have to bear in mind that you have to be in the trainings, okay? For the every link, for the every activities that your coaches are sending to you, you must always be there because it's just one click away. Okay, it's very different when we were starting. We have to pay for the room, we have to pay for the training, we have to travel from one place to another just to learn. Okay, now we are very privileged to just learn by being in the Zoom meeting, right? So I saw how big Usana is and super big event in Asia Pacific and Peso. So it really increased my belief. So that's why 2 weeks after the event, I became a director. Imagine, I just earned a week before the directorship or the $600 week. I just earned $25. So if you wanted to end the year with a bang, okay, you wanted to be a director, you wanted to be a gold director, have this belief that you can do it as well. Because coming from a $25 to $600, that's amazing. You just have to be confident enough that you can really, really get it, or you can really get things done. Okay, and after the directorship, on my 7th month, I hit my elite circle. Okay, that's consistent. $100 to $200 in 13 weeks, or a total of $2,600. And as a part timer, okay, it may be easy, but it's not really easy. Okay, so during the process, I have to sacrifice a lot of sleep, a lot of rest. Okay, but it's all worth it. Okay, so I was able to build the muscle and consistently for me to get in the silver directorship. Okay, so I was able to have my fourth business center here. Okay, and to earn my first $1,000 in the business. Okay, and what is the power of belief, declaration, and decision? 3 weeks after the silver directorship, did you know that I hit my gold directorship? Okay, so it's my first anniversary in the business when I hit my gold directorship. And I can still imagine the last time that I talked to Daddy Bill's team, I was just a director and an elite circle member. Okay, now I'm talking to you as a gold director already, and I hope to talk to you another training with a different rank already. Okay, I wanted to hit the executive gold and ruby this year. So pray for me, okay? And on my 13th month,
Okay.
I was able to hit my yes, I was able to hit my
I
leadership
think
summit.
yeah,
Okay, in Maldives. Okay,
her
so just to
cable
share with
is
you,
unstable.
I okay. Is my internet unstable until now, or
It's okay
is it
now.
loud and clear?
You're
All
you're
right.
It's okay.
good.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. So thank you so much. I was able to hit my leadership summit in Maldives. And just to share with you, Maldives is part of my bucket list. Okay, so just imagine I started a business, okay, with just 40,000. Okay, I was able to hit my first 200,000 on my first year in the business, and I have this free travel to my dream destination. Okay, it's in Maldives. It's trip for two, all expenses paid. Okay, and on my 13th month as well, I was able to hit my travel incentive to Taiwan. Okay, imagine the qualification. I just need to produce 7,600 sales volume points. But at the end of the period, I was able to raise 18,359 points. Okay, can you imagine that? Okay. So it's just really laser like focus. I was just really running and running. And then if you feel really appreciated, talagang super you're going to do the best to get that certain travel incentive. Okay, so this is my 13th month milestone. Okay, so you can still do this or be better than me. Okay, that's the goal. So first week PPS, I became director in my third month. I became an elite circle on my seventh month. I became an silver director on my 11th month and became gold on my first anniversary in the business. Okay, you can still do that. Okay, what is my secret? Nothing. Okay, I just follow the next gen development roadmap. Okay, so you will not be lost here in the business. You wanted to copy the result of the successful mentors here, you just have to look at this roadmap. Okay, and you will not be lost. Okay, so now on my 14th month, I was able to hit my first million. Okay, they would always say that the first million is really the hardest, and that is true. And the second, third, and fourth ones will be really easy. Okay, I'm working my second million already, and my goal here in the business is not just to make an income, a purely profit, a purely income, but to make an income while making an impact as well. Okay, and next is I was able to be part of the top 50 growth here in the Philippines. So imagine how many associates we have in the Philippines. But I ranked number 11 for the first trimester already. So I'm very happy. Okay, and I became also part of the speakers of USANA Philippines. So I was invited for 3 times already. Okay, and the only girl always in every series. Okay, so next is ayan. So I started USANA with $200 income, and I always fight for every single week that I have to earn, no matter how small. I have to build that consistency. That's why on my first week, okay, and until now, I have no 0 week. So no 0 week since one. Okay, so always fight for your goal, whatever it takes. So no matter how small or big it is, it doesn't matter. It you have to bear in mind that you are in Usana for a purpose, right? So you don't have to be super great to do this. Okay, you just have to start to be great. Okay, because Coach Mayan also started a disaster because before she became a master somehow now. Okay, and as Mentor Simon Chan said, you don't become committed after you see results. You get results only after you become committed. Would you agree with me? You can expect a consistent income here without you doing nothing. Okay, with you doing nothing. Okay, you have to be committed enough. Okay, you have to attend trainings, you have to listen to your coaches and listen to a lot of people here in the business, successful people, okay, for you to have the same results. Okay, you have to be 100% committed and consistently be committed in whatever you do here. Okay, so basically my milestones, these are just the tip, okay, the tip of the iceberg. But behind that, okay, there are a lot of breakdowns, okay, there are a lot of breakups, okay, breakup, sacrifices, failures, a lot of discipline, hard work, and disappointment. But did you know that everything started with just what? Goal. Okay, it's very important we have this goal. Okay, so I will give you this abbreviation swim because I really love to swim. Okay, I really love to swim. So SWIM. Okay, here in USANA, it's really important to have that goal, and it's very important that every single week you set it. Okay, and you write it down. So I'll just give you some tips. Okay, list your SMART goals. Okay, not just goal, but it must be SMART. Okay, it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Okay, and you can start small. Okay, start small and then focus on the activities and not on the result. Okay, because it's easy to set a goal that's like, okay, to this week I'm going to earn $600, but you're not doing anything. Okay, you're not presenting, you're not prospecting, you're not inviting. Okay, you will not be in the result if you're not willing to embrace the process. Always remember that. Okay, next is, of course, I just mentioned this earlier, the whatever it takes attitude. When you set a goal, do whatever it takes to get it, no matter how small or big it is. Okay, so you can start small, be consistent, and then stretch it. Okay, because nothing beats hard work, dedication, and consistency. Okay, there's nothing to hide. Okay, ito lang yung secrets ng mga successful people here in the business. Okay, hard work, dedication, and consistency. And while working hard, you must be working smart as well. Okay, letter I. Okay, SWIM. Okay, the first letter is set your goals. W, whatever it takes attitude. Letter I is always be intentional. Okay, number one, be intentional in learning. Okay, you're not just plugged in the webinar just to listen, but you are there to listen and apply it, to pay it forward by teaching the same to your future team. Okay, absorb it because someday you will become a business coach too, handling a lot of people under your organization. Okay, so attend trainings and events, maximize that so you get to know different coaches here. And I know there's a language barrier because a lot of business coaches are speaking in Tagalog, right? Okay, so here's Coach Lara going to translate everything. Okay, and maximize self-and presentations. So you get to know how to present the whole Usana business. And of course, nothing beats hard work, dedication, consistency again, okay? And next is yan. Okay, so whenever you encounter rejections or struggles with a lot of people, maybe it's your prospects or maybe your associates, always remember that when your heart and intentions are pure, you don't lose anyone. They do you. Okay, so always have that pure heart to serve, pure heart to help. It's their loss, it's not yours. Okay, and lastly, maybe it's okay. My internet is unstable again, but am I still loud and clear, Coach Lara?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. For letter M, okay, it's monitor and mentor. Okay, so for my swim principle, of course, you have to set your goals, whatever, to have this whatever it takes attitude, be intentional. Of course, the first for letter M is monitor. Okay, you have to monitor everything. Monitor what, coach? Monitor the activities every single day. Okay, monitor how many presentations do you have every single day or every week. Okay, you have to monitor how many pay-ins or sign-up do I have this week. Okay, so you have these numbers already. You get the pattern. Okay, and you improve that every single week or every single day. Okay, oh, and lastly is the mentor. Okay, have this mentor to guide you. Okay, you can choose a mentor in this business and you're very blessed. Okay, because knowing Coach Lara from the very first time that I met her, okay, she has this genuine heart to serve, and one of my favorite coaches as well. Okay, and of course, Daddy Bill. Okay, I call his daddy because he has this daddy like figure that's very what do you call it? It's very warm. Okay, and yes, and it's very responsible as well. So have a mentor to help you and guide you here in the business. Okay, it's very important. Okay, and of course, yan. Okay, always remember, having a mentor, you have to really listen. Okay, you have to develop this yes coach or yes upline, yes mentor attitude. It's maybe redundant already, but that's the secret of successful people. They listen, okay, and they just don't listen. They listen and apply it. Okay, because no matter how many trainings, okay, no matter how many trainings, workshop that you have attended, if you're not going to apply it, nothing will happen. Okay, always remember that. Okay, and of course, yes, tip, dream big, start small, but most of all, start. Okay, so the key to success is to start before you are ready because we will never be 100% ready. If you're going to, if you want to hit the certain goal or certain gap, do it now. Okay, you're not gonna wait for my team is not yet ready, my associates are not yet ready. Be the one to be ready first, okay? Because you have to have this confidence, okay, to go beyond what your to, what do you call this? Hello, Coach Lara, I'm still here.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
okay, again. I'm sorry. My internet is unstable again. Okay. Allow me to share my screen. Okay.
No worries.
No worries.
So where did I end? So we're here? This slide?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So lastly, okay, the key to success is to start before you are ready. Okay, and if you are searching for the one person that will change your life, look in the mirror. Because we always pray for someday someone will come to my organization. He will be, or he or she will be an eagle, will do whatever it takes, a perfect downline, okay? You don't have to wait for that person because be that person first, okay? You will still be the first and last person who is going to change your life, okay? So look in the mirror and of course know your value. Okay, because if you know your value, you will never settle for less. Okay, do you think you deserve the $100, 200, 300, $600 income per week? You're more than that. Okay, so know your value, and if you wanted to be a gold director this year or maybe next year, have this attitude of a gold director. Okay, yes, apply attitude, whatever it takes, attitude, and always be in the training and always be hungry. Okay, if I may leave you another tip, always be hungry, not just for food, but for growth as well. Okay, so I think that is for my part, and if you have questions you may ask it later. So again, my name is Coach Ryan. I started a low capital business at age 23. I grew my income to 1 million in 14 months. I helped hundreds of people to build their dreams while building mine, and I discovered that true health, true wealth, and true love can be found in one platform, and I found my purpose. Okay,
Oh,
okay, and that's everything. Okay, so let's connect and empower each other. Again, my name is Coach Mayan, and to God be all the glory. So thank you so much for having me
Thank you
today.
so much, Mayan.
thank you.
Yay, thank
Thank you.
you so much, Miss Maya. Are you still
Thank
okay
Thank you.
for any questions that they may have?
Yes, we still have time, by the way.
Yeah. So you guys have
It's
questions
11,
for Miss
11.
Um,
I do have a
And
question. I do. Thank you for your presentation. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to ask you, how do you present
Thank you.
do you present it as as a product or as opportunity or both?
I present both. Okay, so what we do here in the
Both.
Philippines, or we always start the presentation with the brand, what is Usana is. We present the products, and of course the business opportunity. So they get to have the full feature of the Usana business. Okay, so they get excited about the products and as well as
Uh-huh.
the business. Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
and before you have to go, I
Okay.
want to
Do
try
you
to
still
take a
have follow-up
picture
question, or
of
are
everybody
you?
too.
All right.
Before we lose
All right.
anybody. So,
you.
Sylvia, you have to put your camera on. Eric,
Oh, I'm
Naz,
in,
Grace, MJ.
I'm
um,
in the
yeah,
dark.
Miss Tita Sylvia is in the dark. They don't have
Oh,
power right now.
and
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah, it's okay.
That is absolutely fine. Mr. Knapp, are you coming on?
Yeah, he tired? It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe
All
he's
right.
putting on his Usana
He's got to
hat.
get his Usana hat, yeah. And fix his hair.
Hair.
You know, brush up on his key. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 4.
4.
And then we'll do that one more time in case anybody blinked. Hey, while there's a picture of Sylvia still there. 1, 2, 3. All right. That should do it. Did anybody else have any other questions for Mayan before she leaves?
Yeah.
I think she's
You
got
can
to go
ask
to.
questions.
You still have to work, right?
Yes.
You're working your day job and helping us with your night
Yes.
job.
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you have any more questions with Miss Mayan for us as part-time for you guys as part-timers, right?
So, being so busy with work, then how do you schedule the time to meet with the people later at night? And really, just like, what is your best tip for getting prospects?
Okay, best tip for getting prospect. First, you have to bear in mind that we are in the business to be a solution. Okay, so if you wanted to have these people, if you want to help other people, um, know first what are their needs. Okay, what are their problems for you to get the right solution for them. So for me to have this list of prospects, so I have to find for the people who needs help today. The ones who are being affected by the pandemic, the ones who really need part-time or side hustle, the ones who need some help for their health. So that's how I qualify my prospect. Thanks, Joel. And how I manage my time, okay, as a part-time, as a busy person, I just know my priorities, okay? So I have this day job. I work 10 hours per day, inclusive of the lunch break. And during idle time, I make sure that I maximize it for my Usana business, okay? Because if you know where you're going to and you have this vision that someday I will be big here in Usana, you will do whatever it takes to get in. Okay, I want to be a $1 million club member. I wanted to be a diamond director. So no matter how busy my day is, okay, I make sure that I squeeze in my business. Okay, because I know my priorities. Okay, it's for me to grow financially, professionally, and personally, and to grow my associates as well. Okay, did I answer your question correctly? Okay.
Yeah, no, thank you for that.
So in between the
Thank you,
time that she
Joel.
has to breathe and eat, which is maybe 5 minutes per day, she's prospecting
And
like
to
crazy.
pee. Okay.
And to what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because most of them here, Miss Mayan, are they're part-timers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So and
so
congratulations because I know it's hard to be a part-timer. Okay, you have to juggle this and to juggle this and there are a lot of problems in between. Okay. So congratulations and I'm really proud of you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
and we
Mayan.
So
thank
much for
you
your time.
so much for your time, guys. You can,
Yes,
you
thank
can
you so much.
always message her, say thank you to her.
Thank
She's
you.
really accommodating. She's really, and you can look at her Facebook, so you know how she market. She's not putting Yuzana on her Facebook, but she's
Yes.
attracting prospects as well. So she's really good at it, and you know how to attract millennials like her and part timers.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we thank you so much, Ms. Mayan, because you always have that energy to think that you,
Yes,
you only sleep for
please.
4 hours normally, and you still have that energy. It's like an energizing
I
bunny.
always take 2 pieces of coconut per day. Okay, that's a tip. Okay, take a lot of products. So you have to be the product of your products. Okay, because
Yes.
how are you going to to have this sign up if you don't have this energy? Okay, if not stand feeding on the screen, how are you going to get that yes? Okay, from your prospect. So take the products and be the energy that you wanted to attract. Okay, be that vibe. All right.
Okay.
So nice meeting you, everyone. I still have my English bank here.
Nice.
Okay.
You did not bleed.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I didn't bleed. Okay. There's a hemorrhage already.
For Genie, because we call it when we talk, because it's not our native language. So whenever we talk
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
in English, in pure English, we
Mhm.
always joke that, oh my gosh, nosebleed, we're bleeding.
Nosebleed, yes.
So
Oh, okay. I get that. I
yeah,
get
she's
that.
still okay.
You
You're
Yes.
did
still
great. I
okay.
saw
I'm
no
still
blood.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
No
good.
blood. Safe. Okay. I need to practice speaking English because I wanted to be an international speaker. But if I don't know how to speak in English, how can I become one, right? You sound as a
You
global
do good.
business, so we have to learn a lot of languages.
When you
Yes.
step
Thank
on
you,
that
Jeannie.
large global
You do
stage.
real good. Mhm.
Yes. And you have to be there, Daddy, supporting me.
Absolutely. You betcha.
Yes.
I will
Thank
do what
you.
it
Yes.
takes.
Thank you.
Oh,
Wow. Yes.
Yeah. So we will
Okay.
invite you again on your next rank advancement.
Yes. I'll be speaking as Ruby director next time.
Yeah, and we will make it.
Yeah.
We will double the number that we have. By the way,
Yes.
Miss Mayan, Grace is the group of Grace is here. Tita Sylvia and Joel. So because
Wow.
they're in California, so we we collaborate with Eric Corey's training, Higdon's training. So it's there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope to have my my California team as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So I get to practice my English speaking skills. Yeah. So I know Joel because I heard so much about you from Grace. Okay. So it's nice meeting all of you. And I hope
Nice.
this 11 people here, 10 people will be 20, 30, 40, 50 on the next trainings. Okay.
Yep.
I believe
Yep.
in you. Yes.
Okay,
Awesome.
thanks.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you so much,
Yes.
Miss Mayan,
Tons
for
of hugs,
your
Mayan.
time. We appreciate
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Thank you.
There.
Thank you, everyone.
You
Right.
bet.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Take care.
And good
Bye.
night.
You too.
Okay. All right.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.